Okay, so we are live now. Welcome everyone one more time, and hello YouTube. My name is Fernando. I'll be the host of today's meeting here on TNT. And today we're gonna play Would You Rather with random questions, so a lot of different subjects. And I'm gonna explain really quickly how it is going to work. This is not a class. I'm not here as a teacher. You are free to make mistakes. I am free to make mistakes. Everybody is free to make mistakes. And there will be no corrections. I will not correct you. Nobody will correct you. And the three essential rules are be respectful, don't correct anyone, and enjoy it. Have fun, because this part is very important. And now I'm going to share the questions here. Just a second. Okay, can you see the questions? Okay, so I will split us in breakout rooms to make us more comfortable to talk. And when you have 10 minutes left, around 10 minutes left to end the conversation, I bring you to the main room to wrap up. Okay, so okay. See you in 40 minutes, around 4 minutes. I don't know if you received the invitation. Oh, okay. It froze it for me, but now it's fine. So let's start with question number 2. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? Nathanael.
Would you like sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Is the question number 2. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
Okay, well, in my opinion, it's the better to have live twice. It's the better because I don't know how much life I still have. I don't know. Money is very good. Money is very good and important for our basic needs, of course. But the most important thing is the life. You know, the most important is the life. The most important thing is to have the opportunity to life. So it's my opinion.
Nice. I agree with you. Money cannot buy love and time, as Beatles used to say. So yeah, makes sense. How about you, Natalia? What's your opinion about that?
Same as you guys, I would prefer to live twice because money you can work and have, okay, maybe not so much money like when you win the lottery, but of course it's live twice as well. I don't know what more to say about this question, but it's a nice game. I like that kind of which one they prefer. It's interesting.
Nice, great. Yeah, this question. I don't know about you. I still don't know about you, and but I think it's kind of clear, you know, because live is the most important thing. Time to live, I guess. Of course, money is very, very important, but it's life. So yeah, but what's your point on this, Ana Paula?
Yeah, I agree with you. In my case, I would rather live twice as long. And I think the life is the most important. And in this time, in my time, for example, I am 58. I know that I live the more part, I don't know, my life. And I think if I could live the same time, more 28 years, I really would like, because I am not a grandmother, and I really would like to be a grandmother, and I think for me it's possible to enjoy more my grandchildren.
Yeah, good point. But I was thinking about one thing. If let's suppose I gonna live until 100 years. Let's agree with that. So if I would live like twice, I would live 200 years. But if it was like 200 years in a condition of a very ancient person,
Yeah,
I would not.
yeah,
I would rather win the lottery.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, after some age, I have a aunt that is 98, and she is basically in bed all the time already.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. So in this case, I would rather win the lottery. But like if I could keep young, I would choose this option of live twice as long.
Yeah, in my case, for example, my mom is 84 years old, and she lives with me, and she drives a car, she reads a book, she check in her cell phone, she has WhatsApp, and my mother-in-law died. She was 93 years old, and until 92 years old, she was a healthy woman. And for me, my reference are them. And but I think it's possible. Nobody knows about our future, but
yeah, we don't know about the future, so maybe I would just live until 50. I hope not, but if is it the case, I would like to double it, to live twice as long. All right, let's go to the next one. Would you rather read an awesome book or watch a good movie? Do you prefer books or movies, Natalia?
For sure, awesome book. Because the book, you can create the characters, all the story inside your head, and you spend much more than one day to read the book. So you get much more involved emotionally with the book. So for me, it's more easy to finish a book and start to, to feel that I don't know the words, like when your heart, oh, it's so good to read that book. And even when I watch a movie that is good, but it's just 1 hour, 2 hours, so I don't get so involved if I compare when I read a book.
Yeah,
But that was the movie Hunger Games, the Hunger Games.
yeah.
I prefer the movie than book. I saw the movie, I loved the movie, and I need to read all the books, but I didn't like so much as I like the movies. That's the only exception for me, but the other ones I always prefer books.
But maybe it's because you watched the movie before reading the book and you already had that image.
I was thinking that, but I did this other times. For example, with Twilight, I saw the first movie and I hate it, but my friend said, you love the book, you should try. And I really love the Twilight trilogy and Divergent. I saw the movie and after, and I prefer the book in that case, even that I watched the movie first, So the Hunger Games was an exception, but indeed, it's better when you read the book before and after watch the.
Yeah, but I usually do this too, like watch the movie first, and if I like it, more or less, I will read the book, because as you said, the book you take a lot of time. So first, I need to have some indication, or at least more or less know what about is that movie. And how about you, Nathanael?
Well, nowadays, I confess, I prefer watch a good movie. It's the very good Netflix, it's the very good the Prime, or another platform stream. Because I don't like to read, I don't like to read, but I know that for students, the better thing is to read books. It's the better to have a deeper understanding of the topic. It's the better. I confess que I me fight to change that, but I prefer to nowadays. I prefer to watch a good movie.
Yeah, I can relate to that too, because depends on my mood, depends on the time. For example, it's been a long time that I don't read a book, like a full book. I've been reading like short stories, but it's not the same, like a big book, a big story. But now that I am on vacation, I need to read at least one book, something like this. But depends on my mood too. Sometimes it's better to watch a movie. All right, number 4. Would you rather be too busy or be bored? Nathanael, please.
So this is the interesting question. For me, I prefer to be too busy, because for me it's very hard to be bored. To be bored, it's very stressful, and that's not good for me. Of course, to be too busy can be very dangerous for health. It's of course, but it's the possible to reduce the occupation. It's the possible to reduce occupation, but when the people is bored, with bored or a little or a little a little bored, the person will always be bored, you know. uh, uh, I think that the barrier is too busy. I think that.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. I think this one, because it depends. Sometimes we just like to do nothing, and sometimes
Yeah.
we need to do a lot of things. So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts about it, Ana Paula?
In my case, I would rather be too busy because I am retired and I have a lot of free time. And for example, yesterday I had to do a lot of things, and for me, my day it was good because I did different things, and in the evening I went to visit my friends, and it was possible to have fun, and yeah, I think I prefer to do a lot of things than being bored. I think it's not good when you were bored. Yeah. About the question 3, I didn't answer, and I would like to talk a little bit about that. And no, not to worry.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, not to worry. Because in my case, I've always liked to read books before watching the movie. Because when I was younger or adult, and I've always liked the read book a lot, and it was not possible to watch the movie. Nowadays, it's possible to read or watch the same book. And in my case, I remember when I read, oh my God, excellent book and awesome book. When I watch the movie, oh my God, the movie is not good because the book is amazing. And when I watched the movie, I was a little bit, oh my God, decepcionada, I don't remember, upset, I don't know. And because as Natalia said, the book has a lot of feeling, emotions, informations, and it's impossible one book to make an excellent or amazing movie based in this book. But I think I prefer read awesome book. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
when
Fernando.
you, no, I'm so sorry.
No, don't you worry.
But you are right. And when you read a really good book and then you watch the movie and the movie is nothing compared to the book, you get frustrated, get very frustrated. Yeah. And you, Natalia, do you prefer to be bored or busy, too busy?
I prefer to be too busy. Because no, in the end of the day, I love the sensation that I did a lot of stuff, that my day worth it, that I'd be useful in my work, or for example, if I was studying and feel like that I did my mission of the day, you know? And every day, every time that I'm bored, in the end of the day, I feel that I lost a day of my life. So I always prefer to be busy, right? Is that the right pronunciation? Of course, if it was every single day, this is not healthy, right? But if I had to choose.
Nice. Yeah, I think I prefer to be busy too. Actually, it's been a long time that I don't feel bored. because I'm always doing something, and when I need to relax more. I need to rest, because every time I'm resting, I remember something that I should be doing, or something that I could be studying, or I don't know, and I just cannot be quiet doing nothing. So this is something that I have to learn how to be bored sometimes, because sometimes it's good, it's not healthy, as you all said, it's not healthy to be so busy all the time. So I totally agree with you, that is good, but not all the time. All right, the next one, would you read and answer, Ana Paula? Number 5, please.
Okay. Would you rather have a high-paying job that you hate, or a low-paying job that you love? Of course, I don't know, of course, but I rather have a low-paying job that I love. In my case, I worked as a teacher, and I know, everyone know, that teacher, unfortunately, doesn't earn a lot of money. In my case, it was the same, and I had to work in 3 different schools. And but I always loved to work as a teacher, and I think it's better for our health, mental health, and because it's not good. For example, when I worked as a teacher, I've always told for my students, you have to think about what you really like to do, because when you choose a job, you are staying the most of the time your life in this situation. If you don't like your job, it's terrible for your life. You are all the time angry and upset and bored. I think it's good when you work in a job that you love, you like so much. I think, yeah, it's better.
I can relate to everything that you said, because I work as an administrative assistant, so it's an administrative area. It's kind of boring, and but it's not that I like now. Is that I learn to like, no, learn to stand. I don't know. I do my work, I do my job, and it's okay, it's fine. But lately, I've been thinking about changing, and this is what I'm doing. I will start giving classes. I will start as a teacher, because it's something that I really, really like doing. So it's more or less what you said, exactly what you said. I can relate to that. And how about you, Nathanael?
Definitely, I prefer to have a low paid job that you love, that I love. So I think the most important thing is the self-satisfaction. The self-satisfaction. So nothing buys the feeling of satisfaction. Nothing by the feeling of joy, nothing by the opportunity to work with what you like. Nothing by. I think this is important, the most important for the personal, it's the healthy mental, it's the healthy mental. The most important than money. And for me, the most important to have mental health. For me, I need to have satisfaction in my work. I think that.
Yeah, and it's a long time of your life that you spend in your job, right? So it's a long time to spend in something that you don't like. Makes sense. What's your opinion, Natalia?
Well, the difficult here is because you need to choose one, right? Because for me, no one is a good situation. Since I saw my life is not just my job. A lot of things that I like to do, I need money to do. But of course, I will choose, as Ana Paula and Nathanael, a low-paying job, but for sure, I will not stay too long in that job. I think this is dangerous because you love and maybe you can stay there. Of course, if it is low paying, but it's paying the things that you need, it's okay. But otherwise, probably I'll try to change my job. I have some friends that have high paying jobs and they hate it. And I saw how frustrated they are, you know? And it's difficult for this. I talked to them and say, why you don't change your job? You don't like. But because of the money, they don't want to change. So both situations are dangerous. I don't know who is worse, but I think the first one is worse. Because it's difficult for us as human beings to, you know, give up for money. I don't have so many vocabulary to express myself, but I think you guys take
No,
that.
you explained perfectly. And it's fun that you mentioned that because next week meeting, it's about giving up. And it's related to that because sometimes we really like something, some field, but that field doesn't give us money back. Don't make money. So and sometimes we give up of that because of money, because we need money too. So yeah, and I was thinking about that too. It's complicated. The nicest thing maybe is when you find the balance between money, you know, have at least enough to live a comfortable life and do and not do what you hate, not doing what you hate, because it's terrible to spend your life doing something that you don't feel comfortable. You can end up like with depression or something like that, because you need to wake up every morning to do something that you don't like. It's not good too. So maybe you can find a balance. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with Natalia, and my daughter is 33 years old, and nowadays I realize that the person prefer to have a high-paying job that you love, because for example, I started to work as a teacher. I retired as a teacher, and the same schools. And for example, my daughter changed worked in different jobs because he wanted to improve your job, your health, your happiness, and to have a high paying. And I think nowadays it's different, because in the past we stayed to work in one job and you retired in the same job. Nowadays, no, very, very different. And most of the people started in one job and, oh no, I don't like, I want to change. Yeah, I am going to change. And because, yes, it's good, but oh my God, my daughter, you are to change the job. Yeah, relax, relax. I'm going. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I cannot
Yeah.
blame your daughter because I'm more or less the same. I changed jobs. It's been a long time that I'm working on this job, but before this one, I changed a lot of times. We are always looking for something better, as I said, to balance the a good something that we like and that we have good money from that a high paying job. All right, next one. Could you read for us, Nathanael, and answer, please?
I'm sorry. The question?
Six.
6. Okay. Thank you. Would you rate the be good at a lot of different things or be expert at just one thing? Well, I think to be expert at just one thing is much better. Is much better. For example, when the personal is looking for a job, for example, the personal having more chances to get a job, more changes. If the personal have more opportunities in selection because the personal have the something differential. You know, the something differential. The personal has more skill compared another people's. You know, I think that.
But you mean that being good in different things or just one? Sorry, my internet cut in a part of your talk.
I think to be expert at just one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The personal have more skill
Yeah.
compared the other people's.
Yeah, especially because in the market nowadays, you have to be like the best in what you do. You don't have they don't have a place for if you are just the average. Sad, but it's true. What's your thoughts about it, Natalia?
Well, if you are think about, you know what, I was thinking about musical instruments. I think I would prefer to be an expert, for example, playing guitar than be good in a lot of different instruments. I think depends of the area. Is much better for you to be an expert, but in other areas, probably it's good to have different skills, and it would be nice to be good in different skills. I don't know, maybe if you think about jobs, Nathanael say that it's better to be an expert, but I think it depends of the job. For example, if you're very good in one point, but you need the other because everything nowadays is so, what's the word for this? When you need different skills. And maybe if you just know just one thing, it would not be so useful than a person that is good in different areas. So I think it depends of the area.
Yeah, you have to be I don't know how to say this word in English, like versatile.
Yes, I just realized that I'm a terrible person to play that game because I never choose I always try to make a balance between both.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. And actually, I didn't notice because I do this too. I think I'm answering all these questions like you. balancing, because I don't know, life is like that. We try to balance the things. Yeah, and I don't know actually, because Nathanael said that it's better be an expert in one thing, and I agree with him. But you said that it's nice to be good in different things for the same for jobs, for example. And I agree with you in a point too. So I kind of agree with all of you. Yeah, it's difficult. What do you think about it, Natalia? Help me to choose one side.
Yeah, it's a hard question, no, but I don't know about Nathanael said. I believe when you are an expert at just one thing, and for example, you are getting older, and suddenly you are, I don't know, desempregado, because I didn't use this word. And I think it depends the age that you are, because if it's very difficult to unemployed, yeah. And I think it's very difficult when you are determinate age and you are an expert at just one thing, and you can you get a new job. And I think, I don't know, it's very difficult, because more and more the different jobs, for example, doctor is expert in a determinate area, a dentist, and but it's very, it depends. I think I agree with Natalia. I believe it depends the job, the work, because it's necessary to be good at a lot of different things. Yeah, I believe that I didn't help you, Fernando.
Yeah, but yeah, it's difficult to choose. It's a difficult question, really difficult, because both sides have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
I used to try to specialize in different things. Natalia mentioned the musical instruments, and I've learned how to play the guitar, the bass, a little bit of piano, drums, but I've never specialized in any of them. So I play more or less, and then I kind of specialize a little bit more in producing, but it's not a specialization. Specialization is just something that I am better on. But I've done these things a lot of times in my life. Start something, then go to something else, and being okay in a lot of things. So nowadays, I think I'm go with the expert in just one thing side, because it's the moment that I've been living. I'm trying to be really good in something. I'm studying a lot about teaching, about English, so I'm trying to specialize on that field. But yeah, it has the other side too that you mentioned, Ana Paula, and you have a really good point. So it's difficult. Yeah. Now I would go with the expert side, but maybe tomorrow I change my mind.
Yeah.
All right, I think we have time for one more. Number 7. This is a easy one. Would you rather be a cat or a dog? Natalia.
Finally, a question that I have no doubts. I would be a cat. And I will be my cat, you know, because my cat here, she's like a princess here in my house. So probably I want to be a cat and live here in that house.
But why a cat?
Because cats, I think maybe because I'm Taurus, my zodiac sign. I love to just stay chill at home, and this is what the cats do much better. They love to stay all day long sleeping and just eating and sleeping. So that's the perfect life for me.
Yeah, they know how to how to do that, how to get be lazy sometimes. Yeah. How about you, Anna?
In my case, I would rather be a dog because I like so much to walk on the street, to play with kids, and because I am afraid of cats. And yeah,
You're afraid of cats? Why?
yeah, I can't stay, for example, in my office. If there is a cat, I didn't stay here because I wouldn't stay here because I am afraid. I lived some situations in the past and I am trauma, I don't know in English. And yeah, in my case, I would rather be a dog.
That's interesting. I think I've never met someone with that is afraid of cats, but makes sense. I was attacked by a cat once. So yeah.
It happened to me.
And you, Nathanael, cats or dogs?
Me, nothing, because my wife is allergic to pet. but if I had to choose, I would to choose to have a cat because I think to have less work, it's making less noise. It's making less noise. I think that.
Nice. They are lazy. They know how to be lazy. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Claudia, how was the conversation for you?
It was a very good conversation, very warm conversation about nice things. I like it so much.
Great. Good to hear that. Let me ask you something. Would you rather, number 10, would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every human language fluently?
I think talk to animals.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds so nice.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
Yeah, so cute animals and big animals. It sounds to be very, very nice.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I would like to know your opinion, Gabi, on this. Would you rather talk to animals or speak every language?
I think speak every human language because I really like to travel, and I think if I can be fluent in several languages, it could be nice to travel to around the world.
Yeah, it's a good point. I am very I don't know how to say that. I'm very in the middle of in this choice because I love animals but I love languages too. So, but I think I would go. I agree with Claudia because I can learn a language, but I cannot learn how to speak to animals. So
yeah, good point.
It should be like a unique thing, a unique quality.
Power. It's kind of superpower.
Yeah, it's a superpower. Like
you speak English. Probably you can speak with the whole world because everyone nowadays speak English.
Yeah, you just have to study the language, but talk to animals, it should be unique. So I would go with this one. Guys, I send the link, this feedback link, for you to share your opinions and rate the meeting. And thank you so much for being here. I love the conversation. I hope to see you all here next week too. We're gonna talk about giving up next week, and I hope to see you here too. See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
thank
Bye-bye.
Good weekend.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.